friends, I recently just got a new sketchbook and felt really inspired to paint. Here are a few pages with pumpkins, floral illustrations, exploring color pencils, and oil pastels. I love some of these sketches and thought they would make a great Thanksgiving or seasonal cards. That's why today I will show you how to paint them. I'm using paper from my Strathmore sketchbook, but watercolor or any sketchbook paper work just fine. I'll use watercolor palette from my Mungyo watercolor set, and these are the colors that I will choose for this illustration: orange, dark purple, olive green, mustard yellow, and white. I also have color pencils with different shades, a brush pen, a watercolor brush, a mixing plate, and a water jar. First step will be brainstorming. So speaking of fall, I'm thinking of pumpkins, leaves changing colors. So I'm going to do some sketches to see what I can come up with these ideas. You can see this as a thumbnail sketching that you can try different layouts and colors before going into the actual paintings. I think this step is very helpful if you want to start some sort of illustration paintings but you have no idea what to paint. I actually came up with 3 different designs, and I am going to choose 2 of them and show you how to turn these into the final illustration. And the first one, I am going to do the single pumpkins with a little floral bouquet on top. I am mixing the dark purple with a little bit of white to create kind of soft pastel look. And I will start painting the circular shaped. I kind of just mimic the shape of pumpkins. So at this stage, you don't need to be concise or anything because we will go back and add more details later. Now I'm grabbing some mustard yellow to add some flowers on top of the pumpkins, and again just some very basic generic shape of flowers, nothing to be too complicated. And I will take in some leaves and filler in between with olive green and orange. Right now it just looks like blobs on the paper, but we're going to use a brush pen to start outlining all of the elements in the illustration to give them more definition. Just make sure before you start this stuff, everything to be completely dry. And I believe that these black lines will define the shapes, adding more contrast and making the illustration really stand out. It's really the magic touch that brings everything together, and it's just so easy to do. Now I will start adding more details with color pencil. Since I just bought these, I kind of want to try them out and try to make it like a mixed media illustration. But if you don't have color pencil, just use watercolor and that will just fine. So I am going to pick colors that match the color palette that I chose in the beginning, and adding more leaf to make the bouquet fuller. I give a bit of shading to the flowers, add some lights for the pumpkins. So basically wherever I feel needs a little extra detail, you can do the same with yours. No need to stick to my step, just follow your instincts and add things where you like. It's all about making it your own, so just feel free to be creative at this step. And finally, I go back and grab some watercolor pens to add a shadow at the bottom of the pumpkin. The shadow adds that extra visual interest, making the pumpkin very popped. And voila, the first illustration is complete. Now let's move on to the next one. I will do the 3 pumpkins lined up, and let's make it look like a half wreath with leaves growing from both sides. And I will start by painting 3 circular shapes in the center, and again it's just a very basic similar shape of the pumpkins, and I will vary them in sizes and colors. And next I'm going to add some leaves on both sides. Feel free to get creative with leaf shapes to start any shapes that you want, but for simplicity I am going to add a couple of very basic leaf shapes that I know, and it's easy enough for beginners to do. And I also use colors like olive, orange, and mustard yellow to give it that perfect fall vibe. And now I'm going to use the brush pen to outline and define the shapes. And as you can see, we're following the same formula like the first one. First, we paint those basic shapes and then grab the brush pen to outline and define the shapes. Finally, use the mediums you have, whether it's color pencils or watercolor, to add those intricate details. The only thing different here is the layout. This time it's all about the arrangement of 3 pumpkins and the leaves creating a half wreath. Colors and elements are pretty much the same, but the overall look will have its own unique charm. This approach is not just fun and creative, but it's super practical for designing a collection of paintings or card designs. It gives your collection a cohesive and unified look, plus the time-saving aspect is a game changer. Come up with the color palettes and themed ones, and then use it across different layouts. It streamlines the creative process and ensures a harmonious vibe throughout your collection. And finally, I'm grabbing a color pencil to start coloring the background. Color background is something that I've seen a lot lately in other artists' work, and I think that is a great way to bring the painterly dimension to the illustration. And I really love this color. This is called Beach Beige colors, and this comes from the brand Prismacolors, and it just really enhances the overall warmth and coziness of the fall theme. And finally, I kind of just grab the other colors from color pencils and add some more shadings to some of the elements that I think need extra attention. And here's the final look. I am really loving how it turned out. I am very happy that I finally can upload this tutorial for all of you. I hope this can give you some ideas if you plan to do some Thanksgiving cards, or just generally inspire you to make some fall arts. Because fall is just so beautiful to not make art, right? Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you soon in my next video. Happy fall, happy Thanksgiving to all of you, and bye!